Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our Misdemeanor Lawyer in St. Louis's website page. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with a misdemeanor in the state of Missouri, we can help you. Don't face the state and court system alone during your misdemeanor charge. Contact one of our misdemeanor criminal defense lawyers today at 314-900-HELP to protect your rights and future. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. Combs Waterkotte is committed to handling all misdemeanor criminal cases with care and understanding. We are not here to judge. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's talk about being charged with a misdemeanor in the state of Missouri. Misdemeanor Defense Attorney in St. Louis. Defending your rights. Combs Waterkotte is the leading misdemeanor criminal defense and traffic firm serving St. Louis and the entire state of Missouri. Our criminal defense attorneys will fight for your freedom, your rights, and will not give up until you get fair justice. Our exceptional record and over 360 reviews speaks for itself. Misdemeanor defense lawyers in St. Louis. If you have been charged with a misdemeanor in St. Louis or elsewhere in Missouri, you're probably looking at your options for hiring a misdemeanor lawyer. You are also probably wondering how serious the charges against you are, and what could potentially happen if you are found guilty. Combs Waterkotte can help guide you throughout the legal process. Our firm will help determine your expectations and work aggressively to deliver the outcome you want. In addition, we value communication and being upfront with you throughout the legal process. If you ever have a question about your case, the legal process, or even just want to talk, we are always open to take your call. Although misdemeanors are not seen as serious as felony offenses, it is important that you seek strong legal representation. Having a proven St. Louis criminal defense attorney on your side can help get you the most favorable results possible. At Combs Waterkotte, we admit that we are not like other firms. Our St. Louis misdemeanor lawyers have decades of experience relentlessly fighting for you, your rights, and your future. We believe in getting value for money, hopefully something you look for as well. We work to build an individual legal strategy for your case, based on your arrest record, criminal background, and your particular life circumstances. In Missouri law, there are 3 types of criminal charges: felonies, misdemeanors, and infractions. Felonies, like murder, rape, or assault, are considered the most serious criminal charges. Misdemeanors are less serious than felonies, but more serious than criminal infractions. It should be noted that even though misdemeanors aren't deemed as serious as felonies, they still can carry serious penalties like harsh fines, considerable jail time, or asset forfeiture. As such, they should be handled with all due consideration. What are misdemeanors and their penalties in St. Louis and Missouri? There are easily hundreds of crimes in Missouri that the state classifies as misdemeanors. We have gathered a list of some of them below. When you are charged with a misdemeanor in Missouri, it is classified into one of 4 categories, classes A through D. State law specifies maximum penalties within each classification should you be convicted of a misdemeanor. The classes of misdemeanors in Missouri are Class A misdemeanors, Class B misdemeanors, Class C misdemeanors, and Class D misdemeanors. The penalties for each misdemeanor in order are up to a year in jail and $1,000 fine, up to 6 months in jail and $500 fine, up to 3 months in jail and $300 fine, or just a minimal fine. Why you should hire Combs Waterkotte if you are facing misdemeanor charges in St. Louis or Missouri. Regardless of what class your misdemeanor is in, it remains a very serious matter. In most cases, it is key that you hire a highly qualified criminal defense attorney. By hiring an attorney, you signal to judges and prosecutors that you are willing to fight the charges against you. Not hiring a St. Louis misdemeanor attorney sends the signal to the prosecutor that you are giving up. The end result will be a conviction, which looks good on their record, and they can attempt to hand out the stiffest penalty possible. You should understand that being charged with a misdemeanor is not the end of the world, especially if you contact the attorneys at a top St. Louis misdemeanor law firm like Combs Waterkotte. We will aggressively work to build a strong legal defense, and, in most cases, you'll exit the process with minimal damage to your life. What are some common misdemeanor cases in St. Louis and Missouri? We have delivered exceptional results for our clients over the past several years, regardless of what misdemeanor crime they have been charged with. Here are just a few of the common misdemeanors in Missouri that we have handled: petty theft, domestic violence, probation/parole violations, DWI/DUI, leaving the scene of an accident, sexual harassment, burglary, reckless driving, trespassing, resisting arrest, perjury, domestic abuse, and driving while suspended revoked. If your misdemeanor is not on this list, don't worry. That is just a small sample of the cases we have tried. Contact us today so we can review the facts of your case and formulate the ideal defense for your situation. Things to know about misdemeanors in St. Louis and throughout Missouri. Here are a few noteworthy details about misdemeanors in Missouri. Most misdemeanors have a 1-year statute of limitations. This means that charges must be brought against you within 1 calendar year of the date you were accused of committing a criminal act. Misdemeanors will stay on your criminal record forever and can negatively impact your future job opportunities. This is especially the case with misdemeanors that indicate poor judgment or bad moral ethical standards. Certain crimes, such as DWIs, are sometimes charged as a misdemeanor and then upgraded to a felony charge later on. For example, if you have been charged with a DWI more than once before, the prosecutor may decide to file your charges as a felony. In a number of drug crimes, depending on the amount of drugs you had in your possession, a misdemeanor could automatically turn into a felony. Do not take a chance. Do I still need a criminal defense lawyer for a misdemeanor in St. Louis or Missouri? If you have been charged with a misdemeanor, it is important to understand the gravity of the situation and take the proper steps to protect your rights and your future. There are several reasons why you still need a St. Louis lawyer for a misdemeanor charge, including: misdemeanor convictions are punishable by serious penalties. St. Louis and Missouri courts are able to impose jail sentences, about to a year in fact, fines of up to $1,000, or even both. Some misdemeanors have additional consequences, including probation, driver's license suspensions, community service, and even the loss of civil rights, such as losing the ability to carry a firearm. You do not have to plead guilty. You are innocent until proven guilty, and have every opportunity to challenge the prosecution's case against you. If you decide to plead guilty without an attorney by your side, you have no defense against conviction, which may result in the maximum penalties being held against you. Public defenders can only do so much. If you decide not to hire an attorney, you can opt to work with a public defender. However, public defenders often have a huge caseload and are underfunded, which means they do not have the time or resources to develop an effective and personalized defense in your case. hire the St. Louis, Missouri misdemeanor lawyers from Combs Waterkotte who will fight for you today. There are easily hundreds of criminal defense attorneys who handle misdemeanor cases in St. Louis, let alone further out in St. Louis County and St. Charles or elsewhere in Missouri. Choosing the right lawyer for your case can be a daunting task for even the smartest, savviest individual. Like any major decision, we recommend you do your homework and research defense lawyers near you. But even still, not all criminal defense lawyers are created equal. You may be attracted to the cheap pricing or flashy ads of a particular firm, but the odds are high that all the style hides not much in the way of substance. More than a few lawyers here in St. Louis get people in the door, have them put their money down on the table, and then do little more to defend their client other than accept the first plea deal the prosecutor puts forth. If you want a St. Louis misdemeanor lawyer in your corner who will fight relentlessly to get you out of your legal dilemma, Combs Waterkotte is your choice.